All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new season of the Fantasy Fandom podcast. That's right. It's that time of year again, folks. It's football season, baby. Are you guys excited as we are? Are y'all ready? I hope so, because I know we sure as shit are. And let me tell you why I'm particularly excited this year. Now, when I started the Pacey Bros, there was one person who was right there in the very beginning, brainstorming with me about which direction I could take this brand, about what kind of content that we here at the Pacey Bros could bring to you guys on a weekly basis. He was there with me when I put together the very first studio, right down to staying up late at night, building the PC all of this runs off of. Now, obviously, as all of you know, life happens and things don't always work out the way you plan them. But sometimes, with a little bit of patience, a little bit of perseverance, and a lot of effort, you can get those plans back on track. And through a lot of those trying times, this man has always been a voice of support and lent a helping hand. For that, and so much more, I am eternally grateful and in his debt. So with all of that said, and without further ado, I bring to you guys the OG, the original Pasty Bro, Sean fucking Minga. What's up, brother?
Woo! What's going on? It's good to be here.
How we doing tonight,
Good to be alive. Feeling great. You know.
Let's go. We ready to get
How
into
you
some
feeling
football?
tonight?
I'm feeling great, dude.
Yep.
We ready?
Yeah, let's get it on,
baby. Cheers. Oh, that's good, baby.
Oh yeah, so cold.
That is really good. All
Nice
right.
mugs.
Thank you, sir. So let me turn this on and get the stats up and running. All right, so last year we just kind of winged it when it came to what it is that we talked about.
The whole Corona
And yeah, Corona was a big factor last year. And
wasn't sure if it was even gonna work out, and it kind of worked out.
for the most part.
As far as fantasy goes, I mean, it worked out okay for a fantasy league. I mean, I'm glad we didn't shut it down last year for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And this year, I think it'll be a lot smoother sailing. They have slightly different protocols, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think if you have to forfeit the game, that's it. You forfeit,
Yeah, there's no makeup days or nothing like that.
none of
That's
that.
it. So
let's hope that doesn't hurt fantasy too much this year, guys.
right.
So we had our draft last weekend, was it?
Yeah, on the 28th
Yeah, man.
of August.
How you feel
I
about
believe.
your team, brother?
I mean, I feel okay. Projections doesn't think so, but they're projections. So
Projections don't mean shit,
yeah,
bro.
that's right. That's
They
right.
don't mean
Projections
nothing.
don't mean nothing, and
They don't
I
mean
hate
a
them.
damn thing.
But you can't help but look at them, and I can't stand it.
Yes, sir. And so I think that we're gonna play a little game tonight, right? As we're
I think so.
going through this.
A little chugging game. Is that
Yeah,
that it?
I think that's the game we're gonna play.
Sounds
so,
like fun.
Last year we kind of ran through all of the players on our teams. Like whoever was co-hosting with me, we would go over each of our players and who they were up against and who we thought was going to take the points.
That sounds
game.
good.
So, if we happen to agree on a point taker, we're chugging some.
Chugging.
Let's go, baby.
This could be a great night.
So, we'll go ahead and start with your team. Let's see. How do we look at the...
Well, you were number one pick. Why wouldn't we start with yours? Or do you just want? Oh, you just want to go by what?
Well,
first
you know,
pops up?
I'm just trying to be a gracious host, and
I mean,
know.
you were number one pick this year, so
All right, if we want to start with me, we'll start with me.
We can try and go in order the best we can.
All right, so the matchup this week for me, I'm going up against Team Dump Truck, who is Paulie.
Yeah. Oh, Paul.
Oh, Paulie. All right,
Is
so
always a great player for whatever reason.
yeah, he's been a pretty solid
No, I'm
player
kidding,
in our league for the last number of years.
That guy just knows his stuff all
Yeah,
around.
I mean, I think he beat me once last year. I beat him once last year, something like
yeah.
that.
He just knows his stuff.
So we'll see how it goes this year. All right. So first up, in quarterback position, I drafted Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys. I was a little nervous making that pick obviously health is a big concern with the ankle break from last year, and then he hurt his shoulder.
Yes, sir.
During,
yes, sir.
The preseason.
I'm not gonna say it was not a bad pick, but you definitely, I think, are taking a 50-50 chance with Prescott.
There's definitely
love the
some
dude
chance.
to death. I think he's a great quarterback, no doubt about it. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cowboys fan, but
Which we clearly are, guys.
yeah.
But it is a 50-50 pick. Is he going to be as mobile as he was before?
I think so.
Only time will tell. I don't know.
Now the risk taking, as far as him running the ball himself, might be a little iffy.
I think he'll be a little scared in the beginning.
I think so.
A
little bit. But that's always risky, And a lot of quarterbacks have had injuries and come back and done amazing.
Right.
So I'm hoping that for this year.
The case for Mr. Prescott.
For sure. Especially with that fat contract he just got. So, I mean,
which they retooled. Apparently, I was just reading that earlier today. They restructured his as well as Zeke's to make some cap space. So, hopefully that works out for the best for the team.
Yep.
I think they're going to be looking for another backup. They threw Danucci back into the practice squad. They got rid of Gilbert, and they kept Cooper Rush, who they've kept for the last number of years.
Which is not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
I think they could have utilized him a little more last year. But with CeeDee Lamb coming in, I mean, he was making plays. Yeah. Now, also the change up in quarterbacks. Cooper is Prescott's guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, quarterbacks change, players change. So,
yeah,
but never a bad choice.
They also had picked up Dalton for that 1-year contract, and I'm sure he got paid a little bit more than Cooper. So obviously they're going to utilize him probably a little bit more, especially since he was the veteran between the two.
Right.
But we'll see how Mr. Prescott does this year. I'm pretty confident in his skill. I mean, obviously as a quarterback, he's a great pick.
Great pick, yeah.
And through since his shoulder is sort of healed, he looks pretty good. He looks really good. So, fingers crossed, guys.
Yes, sir. I hope so, too. I hope he does great.
So, up against Mr. Prescott this week for me is the one and only Patrick Mahomes. The number one
overrated.
I'm
just kidding.
NFL,
don't get mad.
And also fantasy. I'm not going to get mad. I can give two shits.
Oh, yeah.
But his skill is undeniable. Man.
No, he's great. He is great. I mean, he's young, and he just came out blazing. And don't know what happened in the Super Bowl, but
they choked hard.
Yeah, they did. But
I don't know if he just got nervous because Brady was in the Super Bowl with him, or what happened, but they fucking choked bad.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But obviously Mahomes puts up the numbers in fantasy football.
He sure does, for sure. So that's not a bad quarterback pick at all. You can't go wrong there. Nothing wrong with the guy. He's young, healthy.
Let's see. Was this last year? Where is it at? Oh, I don't want complete stats. Can we just get the mobile's a lot easier?
But the guy, makes plays. He gets out of tough situations. He's a great quarterback. Can't deny that.
Yeah, not a single digit game last year fantasy wise. His lowest was 14 points. His highest was 47.6. And he had a couple of 40-point games, quite a few 30-point games. Like, the dude puts up
how many touchdowns did he have?
The numbers.
Did you say that? Him himself?
Him himself. Well, let's see. He had 38 total touchdowns. How many were carried? I do not.
It doesn't specify.
No, I'm sure we could figure it out, but
I was going to make a point, but I won't since we don't know.
I'm not that inept with the fantasy app here. But, I mean, if we look at Prescott's numbers before he got injured.
Oh.
Well, which is really all we can look at, right?
Oh, well, he makes plays, man.
The
dude's accuracy is unreal.
He had 2 40-point games in the first 5 games of the year. His last game was his lowest scoring, but that's when he got injured against the Giants. It was 19, 41, 32, 45, 12.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. No. I mean, his numbers matched Mahomes pretty fucking... And if he'd stayed healthy the whole year, I think he might have even beat Mahomes fantasy points wise. So,
that'd be a tough one, but yeah.
And who is Mahomes going up against this week? Cleveland. The Cleveland
okay.
Browns.
Yes.
And Prescott.
Browns were pretty impressive last year.
Tampa Bay.
The
bowl winners.
Yep. So
I think
they're gonna have a tough matchup.
Mahomes has a favorable matchup between the two. I think. I don't know how either D really did over the season. I'm not that in tune with football as a whole. You know, I obviously focus on the Cowboys.
Right.
But Tampa is obviously the better team. But that doesn't mean that Prescott can't put up the numbers. And I think
so. Here's what's going to kind of hurt, I think, a little bit. They're in their hometown.
In Tampa?
Yeah, they're going to be in Tampa, correct. Yeah. And
Mahomes
I think that's...
is in KC.
Right. So I think if we want to talk Dallas and Bucks, it's going to be a good game. It's either going to be a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game.
It just comes down to defense.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously,
And
Dallas' D was trash.
Well,
last
we
year.
were playing with a lot of backups, a lot of people being injured, and I think we got a pretty good stack this year. So
they definitely addressed some issues. Let's hope they show out this year. Preseason certainly is no indication because we did horrible all preseason. But that's okay. We barely played any of our starters, so
right.
I'm not that worried.
I mean, barely any of them, literally.
I think Prescott will be under pressure to score the points, and I think he will rise to the occasion.
I think there's a lot of pressure under a lot of them. For one, you're playing against the Super Bowl champs.
Yep.
So that's enough pressure right there, and that's going to set the tone for the season. If hopefully they can, and I'm always going for the Cowboys, so I'm going to say they're going to win, of course. Just because I really don't like Tom Brady, and I love the Cowboys, so.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Brady, but his talent is undeniable. Dude's old shit. He's still winning Super Bowls.
You know, he has some really great players too. So
very true. Well, I was gonna get into Romo, but we won't go there right now.
Oh yeah, nope. Let's not go there. Much of a fan of Cowboys.
So, with all of that said, and I think KC's got Cleveland on lock. I think they'll get that dub for sure.
Yeah.
But whether we win or lose against Tampa, who do you think is going to put up the points this game? Because Mahomes is projected at 26.6 with Prescott at 24.5.
That's a tough one. That's a tough question. I think it's pretty accurate for what they got projection-wise. Man, that's a tough one. If I would say if you're at home, you'd probably score a little bit more for sure. But being away, I think it's going to be kind of tough.
So do you think being away is going to play a little bit of factor?
I think so
for Mr. Prescott.
And I mean, just a little bit of pressure. I mean, again, you're playing against Super Bowl champs, and you're coming back fresh, but off injuries. You know, so I think a lot of that's going to play factor. That's a 50-50 chance there. So.
All right, well,
with getting him. But I pray for the best for sure, and I really want him to do well because, I think he can really prove a lot of people wrong, especially all those trash talkers out there.
So, obviously, ESPN has Mahomes edging out Prescott points-wise. Who was your pick, sir?
I'm going to say for sure Mahomes.
All right, well, I guess we're going to disagree because I'm going to keep the faith. And I'm putting in Prescott. Now, that may be biased because I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm going to fucking say
but
Prescott is going to set the tone.
They're playing the Browns.
I know that.
I mean, not that the Browns are a bad team. I think they proved themselves pretty good last year.
But that might mean he might not feel the pressure to score the points because they're not really going up against the team he needs to put the points up against.
Yeah, but when have you known Patrick Mahomes to take it easy because they're playing somebody that they believe is easy?
True.
I think Mahomes goes hard.
I think Prescott has more to prove, and I believe he's going to prove it.
I agree with that. But
so that's my pick. So,
I mean, I think Mahomes might put up more points fantasy-wise. Now, plays-wise, like who's going to make a better play or something? Probably Prescott, for sure. Who's going to make some better plays?
Well, let's see if that mobility works out for him. Obviously, we know Mahomes is a mobile quarterback, but so first First pick, we've got Sean choosing Mahomes and Daddy Man picking Prescott. All right, moving on to running back. So this year I picked Mr. Dalvin Cook from Minnesota. They're going up against Cincinnati. He's projected at 20.7. I'm going up against probably with Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns, who is obviously going up against Kansas City. Chubb's is projected at 15.3. Let's see here.
Dalvin Cook all day.
Cook.
Chubbs ain't bad, but he's not. He's
double
not Cook.
digits all season last season. Mr. Chubbs. Ooh, he had a couple single-digit games, a 4 and a 5 towards the end of the year there.
Yep.
And he was out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games
But
of
still,
the season.
I don't think he would have put up the points that Cook did.
Probably
No, sir.
not. He's an equally chance for a bust and a boom. That probably says something. Dalvin Cook, I think, is definitely the better back.
I agree.
And he's going up against Cincinnati, whereas Mr. Chubb's going up against KC, the Super Bowl contenders, who obviously I believe have the better defense over Cincinnati, who, I mean, weren't exactly memorable. I don't think they did shit last year, but I don't think
they weren't, like, great, but they weren't horrible. I mean,
clearly they weren't memorable.
Yes.
One way or the other. So,
yeah.
I think we're probably both in agreement here. Dalvin Cook over Mr. Chubbs.
Except for Mixon. Well, we'll talk about him later, I guess.
Which means
we agree.
Chug-a-lug. Chug-a-lug, sir. Oh, that's good.
I don't know how long we're supposed to chug for.
We got to have more chugs, hopefully, so.
Yeah, maybe not too crazy.
We don't want to be too trashed by the end of the fucking podcast.
By the end of the first picks.
We're only into pick 3 now. All right, so next up, I have Najee Harris from Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Buffalo Bills. He's projected at 14.8. I'm going up against Paulie's Chase Edmonds from the Arizona Cardinals, who is going up against the Tennessee Titans.
I think this is a pretty fair matchup.
With a projection at 12.5. Najee Harris. He's a rookie. So we don't know much about him. All we really have, I mean, I don't watch college, so I can't really,
right.
You know,
I don't either.
have any sort of
so I'm gonna
insight
base this
into
off
his ability
who they're playing,
other than what we've got here. And according to ESPN, he is a very large back at 6'2". Is that correct? Yeah, 230. I'm actually fatter than he is, but we're the same height.
That is a big for
So
running
he's
back.
kind of a big fella for a running back.
Yeah, no shit. Push his way through, I guess.
Not a fast back, but definitely an aggressive and powerful one. Chase Edmonds. Let's see, how did he do last year? He had a lot
too bad.
of single-digit games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single-digit games. So clearly not a powerhouse running back. Position rank 25.
But I think they're more of a throwing team than they are a running back team. So.
And they're going up against the Titans, whereas Pittsburgh's going up against Buffalo. Now, Buffalo was a solid team last year. I thought they had the skill to get to the Super Bowl. Obviously, they didn't.
That's crazy that Paul would pick him.
Might have been his best option at the time.
Yeah, I think he was like 10th pick. So, or no, I don't remember. He might have been ninth. He was ninth pick.
Now,
because
Harris is a rookie, so it could be hit or miss. ESPN has him projected over Chase Edmonds by 2.3 points. Obviously, Edmonds, again, is not a running back that gains a lot of notice. It's who they have to work with, it would seem.
And this is why I'm going to do it over who they're playing and not by the person. I mean, that's a tough one, but I think Edmonds might take it because of who they're playing.
Against the Titans.
Right. And
You
not
might
saying
have
Titans
it.
is a bad team. They're a great team.
They're a solid team. They're certainly no Buffalo.
Right.
And Harris is a rookie, but Pittsburgh saw something in him. Obviously, ESPN does too. I'm probably going to stick with ESPN's pick and go with Mr. Harris.
All right.
All right. So, next up, wide receivers, baby. I picked Amari Cooper, who, as we know, is going up against Tampa Bay. And I'm going up against Paulie's DeAndre Hopkins of the Arizona Cardinals, who, again, is going up against the Titans. Now, Cooper is projected at 15 with Hopkins at 17.9. Now, it's kind of hard going off of last year's stats considering who Cowboys quarterback was.
Right.
He was
Again,
still the number one target, I think.
I think since you got Prescott, I don't think it was a bad pick. I think, again, you still did a 50-50 chance on getting Cooper, but...
Well, see, a 50-50 chance between Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, or 50-50 because he just might not do so well?
I just think there might... I just don't think he's going to get the play action that he deserves.
With CeeDee Lamb, another threat in the backfield,
Right.
And him really sort of
Why?
stepping
I mean, I
into
know
his
CeeDee
role.
Lamb was great and he did really great, but why they didn't utilize Cooper as much as possible too, or as well, or 50-50 when CeeDee Lamb started playing is kind of a little...
I think that Cooper was going through, like, he didn't have any major injuries, but I think he was hurt a little bit. I seem to remember that. Forgive me, guys, because my memory's not the best. I'm getting old. But I think he was kind of injured here and there with, like, minor injuries, and so he might not have seen so much play time. He was fairly consistent. He had 1, 2, 3 single-digit games, so he's posting double digits most of the time.
Yeah, but...
None of them are particularly high. He had only 1, 2, 3 in the 20s or above, with his biggest against Cleveland late in the season. Every game?
Wow.
No. That's wrong. What is this? This had to have been like a running touchdown. Okay, so no, he had 3, 4, 5 touchdowns all season.
Huh.
I think he'll do a bit better this year than he did last year, especially with Prescott back.
Right. I think that's
at
why
center.
I think he's probably not that bad because you got Prescott, and I think that's
But there
Prescott's
is that
go-to
chance
guy.
that CeeDee Lamb outshines him, because if he's making the catches, making the plays,
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, it could be split. You got 2 great targets for Prescott to choose from, which keeps the defense guessing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it could go either way.
And
Hopkins,
also, CeeDee Lamb had to prove himself. So, he had to look good. He had to make those plays.
and he
or
did.
else he wouldn't be where he's at, probably.
And
I mean,
he
he would be, but he wouldn't be utilized as much.
He also
used as much.
looks better than he did last year, too. He's definitely made some improvements. He looks like an excellent receiver, and I'm very excited to see how he does this season. I'm very excited if we can just have, like, 2 amazing catchers on the field, other than, Zeke, who can catch the ball, even though he had a few drops last year. Hopefully his confidence is back up this year.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him.
And we'll see in tight end position how we do with Blake Jarwin and who's the other one? I can't remember. Braden Fart at the moment. But going to Hopkins, let's see. He had 1, 2, 3 single-digit games also, but he did have a lot more higher scoring points.
Right, but didn't he...
games.
Did he not switch
1,
teams
2,
halfway
3,
through or something?
4, 5, 6 touchdowns. No, he was with...
The whole time. Okay.
Yeah, because he went from Houston last year to...
That's right. Okay. I couldn't remember if they did that sometime during the season or it was before the season.
I believe it was off season.
Okay. I know he switched, but I couldn't remember when.
And with Arizona's...
So, with that being... Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know all of Arizona's receivers, but I don't think any were on the same level as Hopkins. So Hopkins was obviously the guy that they went to.
Right.
And they, Arizona wasn't even a great team. They did okay. They're better than us, obviously. Almost everybody did better than us last year. This year, I think we're a better team than Arizona. Only time will tell. I think Amari will see some more play time, but I do think he's going to share it with CeeDee Lamb, and for that reason, I'm probably going to stick with Hopkins.
Oh, I was going to go with our boy Cooper.
I
am going with our boy Cooper. Just because he has Prescott back, and yeah.
Now, I don't know what Tampa's secondary looks like, but obviously the defense was good enough to get them a dub against Kansas City. An amazing offense. I mean, they shut them the fuck down.
Yeah.
So, it's quite possible Amari gets shut the fuck down, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Even with Prescott under center.
Yeah.
And Hopkins' talent is pretty undeniable, and they're going against Tennessee, so I think ESPN's got it right, and that he's going to get the points this year. Or this game, excuse me.
I mean, they have to shine. I mean, they have to.
I think we're going to shine, and I could swallow my fucking prediction tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I hope not.
Today for you guys.
I'm going for it, so.
All right.
And I'm willing to put money on it, too, so. I did that earlier. Told one of my buddies who's a Tom Brady fan. He's not even a Bucks fan. He just follows Tom Brady, so I can't really stand people that follow quarterbacks like that.
You want to make a wager right now? We'll wager a 6-pack of beer, bro. 6-pack of beer.
Are you taking the Bucks over Cowboys, bro?
No, I'm taking. No, I thought you meant the pick.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I flipped it on you a little bit.
Okay.
We were talking about Cooper and Cowboys.
Okay. No, of course I'm not taking the
Bucks. Oh, I was like, what?
Fuck out of you. Even if I thought they were gonna win, I wouldn't take that fucking bet against the Cowboys. No, sir.
But yeah, what do we got? Arizona plays
Tennessee. Yep.
And you're going with Arizona?
I'm going with DeAndre Hopkins, not Arizona.
So we're doing the bet over DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper.
Right. I thought that was the
I'll
bet.
I'll take the 6-pack bet for sure.
Right.
I got Cooper, you got Hopkins.
Let's go.
All right.
Y'all seen it, guys. All right, next up.
Can't ever turn my back. Although I did it at the very beginning with my homies.
All right, so next up we got Robert Woods for the Los Angeles Rams up against Chicago with 14.1 projected. On my side, going up against Paulie's A.J. Brown from Tennessee, going up against Arizona with a projection of 16.4. Now, there's a little caveat there. A.J. Brown is questionable.
What for, though?
We're getting ready to find out.
Because I didn't read up on that, so I have no
Brown's
idea.
knee didn't practice Wednesday. Jim Wyatt of the Titans official site reports. The spin is, it's not unusual for Brown to have his practice reps managed, but his absence from practice Wednesday makes the whiteout status worth monitoring as Sunday's season opener against the Cardinals approaches. A return to practice Thursday in any capacity will put Brown on track to play in Week 1, and if so, he'll be slated to start opposite newcomer Julio Jones, whose name doesn't appear on Tennessee's initial injury report.
That's funny. Playing against Chicago. Wow. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Woods.
Given he's healthy, I mean, he's only ranked two
and they're playing the Bears.
Two slots behind him. Yeah, they're playing the Bears.
They got a pretty good defense. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with Woods.
He did really solid last year. A.J. Brown also even more solid, but that injury is a little concerning. And they're going up against Arizona, who I think is a little bit better of a team than Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Woods also.
Although the Bears did not do bad last year neither.
Not terrible.
But compared to previous.
That's an agree, sir. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, shit. Beer, baby.
Good shit.
Yes, sir. All right, next up. Moving right along. We have Mark Andrews on my team from Baltimore Ravens. Tight end position going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. He's projected at 12.2. And I'm going up against Paulie's George Kittle, San Francisco against Detroit. I don't think we need to say much more.
Okay, so we agree again.
Kittle is, I think, going to get
We're
this
just going to
one.
raise our glasses now.
I mean, Yeah, they're not going up against either particular team like that's like a standout team. Detroit, Las Vegas.
And Kettle's just that's like
Kittle's
their
just,
I mean,
yeah, he's just a beast of a tight end.
Kittle, whatever.
And not that no knocks against Mark Andrews. I picked him. I think he's a solid tight end.
But just don't think no Kittle.
Yeah, he's no Kittle. He's no Skittle. So
yeah.
That's another Tink, ladies and gents.
Yeah, this is gonna be great stuff.
Next up, we have our flex. Right now, I have Robbie Anderson from the Carolina Panthers at wide receiver going up against the New York Jets with 12.9 projected, while Paulie has Julio Jones now with the Tennessee Titans, moving on from the Atlanta Falcons up against Arizona with a projection of 13.4.
Oh man,
Jones.
I think
is Jones, but he's also getting old, bro.
I don't really understand. I mean, I would put a wide receiver up in my flex if I guess I didn't have any really good running backs to put there. And maybe this is just my belief, but I feel that running backs get you more points in certain situations. Carolina's got McCaffrey. If they're going to use McCaffrey like I think they would or should, I don't think he's going to do as well as Jones.
Like Aaron Jones for the Packers?
No, Julio Jones, who's now with Arizona. Now, Julio he spent a lot of games on the sidelines last year. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is getting fucking old. Anderson, obviously didn't put up probably the same numbers that Jones did, but he spent one game on the sidelines, double digits almost every game, minus 2, 3, and some pretty decent games. I don't know, man. And he's going up against the Jets, bro.
I think, like you said, Julio Jones is getting old, and
Jets are trash.
They're gonna play him out. So
they might. You know what? Obviously ESPN's got Jones over Anderson, but I'm gonna have to.
And it's just because who Carolina's running back is. So
I'm gonna stick with Robbie Anderson. I think he's gonna put up the points over Julio Jones. It's only it's a 0.5 point difference between the two.
Yeah.
That ESPN's got them predicted at, so I think Anderson edges out Jones. But who knows? Maybe that offseason he's got himself a little bit healthy and
maybe.
Who knows?
See what happens.
Next up we got defense.
Defense is defense.
We ever wire this shit, and I picked it up at the last minute with Washington against his 49ers. They're going up against Detroit. I'm going up against the Chargers.
Which, that's going to be a pretty good little matchup. What's their projection points?
Washington's at 4 and 49ers at 6.7. I think 49ers gets the win in points here. I think the Chargers are a little better of a team than Detroit. Washington's not that great of a team to begin with.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you. San Francisco.
And so there you go.
Another one.
And last up for Daddy Man's team, the Pasty Bros, we got Matt Gay. Now, I'll be honest, guys. I picked Matt Gay for very obvious reasons.
Should I say it?
Well, his last name's Gay.
Yeah. Okay.
He was also the best kicker choice at the time. But
and again, it's kicker.
It's a kicker.
Don't get me wrong; they can win you some games, but
you could stream them if you really wanted to.
Waiver wire the shit out of kicker and whatever.
The Rams are a solid team, though, so I figured they'd probably see the red zone often enough. We're going up against Chicago. He's got an 8.5 projection versus Brandon McManus of the Denver Broncos.
This is a good one, too.
The Denver Broncos, folks. The Denver Broncos, who are going up against the New York Giants.
Because I think the Giants and the Denver are about 50-50.
And he projected 7.8.
Again, Bears did not do horrible last year. compared to what they have been doing in the past.
And certainly compared to the fucking
I
Giants.
think,
I mean,
yeah. Trash.
I still think Gay hits the fucking red zone more
I
than
think so. I agree with that one, too.
Denver does. So, all right, that's agree. Number 4?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Okay, so to wrap up, Daddy Man versus Team Dump Truck, where are the Pasty Bros versus Paulie B. Paulie's got me edged out at projection of 131, and I sit at 128.7.
Which, again, projections are projections, and I hate to look at them, but you can't help but look at them.
Overall, technically 50-50, but he does edge me out by a couple of points there, a few points. I am obviously going to choose myself. It's the first game of the season. You know, I can't go against myself. And obviously, I hope I get the dub.
I'm going to go with you.
Myself. Oh, you don't have to suck my dick, bro.
Oh.
I mean, I appreciate it.
No. I'm sucking Prescott and Cooper's dick, hopefully.
I'll take it.
Hopefully.
I'm sure they will too, brother.
Yeah, no. Just because you got them two on there, and I want to see them do well.
That is the ultimate agreement.
So
we got a double chug. Let's go, baby.
One more time.
I don't know if y'all notice. My beer has changed colors, guys.
It's a little bit pink up in here.
It's a little girly. Yeah. I've kind of switched over from beer to the Trulies just because I'm fat, so.
Shit, this is just the first round.
Yeah, we got one more to go. And then, if we're lucky, we have a guest appearance later in the podcast. All right, so next up. What's your team name? Team I Suck, right?
Team You Suck.
JK, bro, JK.
Remember now, I made it all the way, okay? I came in second. All right? I didn't win it, but I came in second.
You did better than I did. And I started off so good last year. I had like 5 games in a row that I got a dub on, and then my season just kind of tanked towards the end there. But neither here nor there. This is a new season, bro. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good. All right, so next up, Team You Suck, which is Mr. Minga's team, versus Favre Dollar Footlong,
which is a Green Bay Packers fan.
Favre Dollar Footlong. Boo. Fucking cheesehead. Schmeg my head. All right, so and Favre Dollar Footlong belongs to Kelsey Mahan.
Sure, sounds great.
One of those two, Kelsey. It was nice meeting you the other night during the draft. Good luck to you in the season.
Shout out.
And if you'd like, girly, jump onto the podcast. Be a guest host with us. We'd love to have you. You and Nate. So, you're going up against $5 Footlong, Mr. Minga. And I guess let's get into it. We'll start with your first pick at quarterback. Minga picked Russell Wilson with the Seattle Seahawks.
You can't go wrong. Can't
so
go
far,
wrong.
you know. And he's going up against Indiana with a projection of 22.8.
Well,
and
Indiana's not a bad team, but I think Seattle is just a little bit better.
I think so. And you're going up against Kelsey's.
Yep.
Josh Allen from Buffalo, who's up against Pittsburgh with a projection of 24.5.
Which, again, I think Wilson just makes more points. I think we can check the stats on that, but I'm pretty sure he does.
You know, Buffalo was a pretty good fucking team last year.
They sure were. No doubt. Their defense was on point.
I'm pretty sure I had Allen as a quarterback. I had Allen and Brady last year.
Oh, sorry. On the Brady part.
Yeah, I didn't use him too much. I think I only used him when Allen...
He really didn't put up numbers like you would have thought last year. Brady
No.
just didn't. I mean, he made plays, but he didn't really put up numbers. But then again, he was with the new team. So, and he still made it to the fucking Super Bowl and still won. So,
Josh Allen put up
I'm sure cheating had a lot to do with it, but, you know.
Allen put up points. Not a single-digit game the entire year. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 40-point games. Which...
Wow. Nice.
Solid, bro. And let's look at Wilson as for comparison. Who, again, is always a solid pick. Also getting old, though. He had one single-digit game with 2 40-point games. I think Josh Allen edged out points-wise.
Well, maybe in the 40s, but other than that...
Let's see. Total points last year, 437.3 for Mr. Wilson. And 465 for Mr. Josh Allen for the entire season. He's projected at 450 this year.
And also, who are they playing? So
Wilson at 384. Wow, they really have no faith, ESPN, in Mr. Wilson this year. Yeah, Allen's going to
maybe not.
Pittsburgh.
Wilson, from what I understand, did not even want to play for Seattle this year. So
I'd see. I didn't hear much about that.
he had a lot of controversy with some other players, I think, and some coaches, and I think even Dallas at one point during the offseason was looking at him.
At the beginning of the offseason, I remember hearing some conversation.
But
around
I think Prescott may have had a lot to do with that. If Prescott wasn't going to be healthy enough, he wasn't going to be ready, which Wilson would not have been a bad pick.
Take a back seat for sure.
No.
yet.
He's a starter, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't taking no back seat.
Yeah.
He ain't no Dalton.
Well, look at Cam Newton. Dude's floating in the air right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks like he's set to be maybe a solid backup at best.
Yeah, he's kind of falling off.
Unless he jumps onto a team.
Which like Newton wasn't like that. It just started happening within the past year and a half that he started kind of like falling off a little bit. Newton.
2 or 3 years. But,
shit, I had him as a top quarterback at one point, Newton, and he did me great.
he was a mobile quarterback. Not so in the last few years.
Yeah. I think he got injured. Something happened.
He was injured last year, wasn't he? A little bit?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Allen's going up against Pittsburgh, who...
He's not a horrible team.
Not a horrible team at all.
But I think Buffalo take it over Pittsburgh.
I think Roethlisberger needs to fucking retire already.
Yeah, no. Well, I think Brady needs to retire already, but nobody says shit, you know?
Brady got a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's still winning Super Bowls at 40, however old years.
Whatever, dude. He cheats.
And Roethlisberger's looking like the frat boy who can't.
But still makes plays, so.
Makes some plays, but he definitely looks like he's aging while he's playing.
Doesn't go anywhere, but they still make plays. And then, you know, Wilson or Seattle playing against Indiana. Again, I think Seattle's going to take it. Not saying that Indiana's a bad team, but I think Seattle's better.
So Seattle beats Indiana. I think Buffalo beats Pittsburgh either way. I think Allen
overall, I think, say it.
I think Allen puts up the points
No.
over Wilson.
I'm going to have to go with Wilson. I'm going to have to.
Okay, nothing wrong with that, brother. All right, moving on. Next up, we have Alvin Kamara, however you want to say it.
Which?
For New Orleans up against
sir.
Green Bay with a projection of 17.5. Over Kelsey's DeAndre Swift for Detroit against San Francisco with a projection of 12.
I think this is kind of okay.
I think it's kind of a no-brainer for sure.
No-brainer, but New Orleans has a new quarterback. No, but I don't know what he's like. I didn't follow up on him. I didn't follow it. Didn't do nothing. But how can you not use Kamara, dude? Like, yeah,
that's all you gotta do with Kamara.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so yeah, I still got to go with Kamara. Just because
I think Kamara's.
You know what was funny? Can I ask a question? Why did you not?
Have an answer, but go for it.
Why did you were first pick in their draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you not pick McCaffrey?
Well, you and I talked about a little bit.
Right.
He shared duties with, what's his name?
More is not more.
Yeah, I don't know. He shared duties.
Yeah, but that's because he got hurt, though, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did get injured. And if he's healthy, he's probably.
But they also you get that backup that comes in and he fucking proves himself. Like,
oh
well, damn. Now we need to split time because he's making plays like McCaffrey.
And if you can split time, why not?
Why not? Why would you have one guy injured?
Both healthy
yeah, exactly.
And keeping defenses on.
This is why I did not pick McCaffrey because I had that option. I did not. I went with Kamara just because I thought no injuries. He's healthy. How could you go wrong with the guy?
Dalvin Cook is a great fucking pick, and I just felt
right.
like it was a good pick.
And I same reason. I mean, he's healthy, no injuries, he's great,
and he's not really sharing time. So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm going Kamara.
Well, sounds like another ting.
This round for sure.
Yes, sir.
Tinky Tink. It's a good thing I moved that camera to that screen, dude. Because otherwise that motherfucker would have been.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no shit, right?
All right, next up. Joe Mixon from the Cincinnati Bengals up against the Minnesota Vikings with a projection of 14.7. You're going up against Kelsey's Gus Edwards of Baltimore.
I think it's going to be a good matchup.
At Las Vegas. Here's the thing. Baltimore's obviously hurting at running back. 2 injured running backs. Who was the number one? What's his name? Got injured the day she picked him.
Oh, Bolin or
No.
Damn it. Yeah, I was going to bring this up too.
Dobbins.
There you go.
There we go.
Way off. Yeah.
Dobbins gets injured,
out for the
torn
year.
ACL, done for the season.
Man, and that was her first running back choice. Oh.
Poor Kelsey. I'm so sorry.
I am sorry on that. Not sorry, but, you know.
And so she picked up Gus Edwards because...
Not a bad backup.
I mean, backup is
but what are you going to do at that point,
right?
Yeah. I mean...
Now, the news is, since yesterday... I believe it was yesterday, Baltimore picks up Le'Veon Bell. Now, Bell hasn't been shit since Pittsburgh.
Right. And you're talking wide receiver.
He went
running back
to the Jets, didn't do shit, but the Jets sucked dick to begin with. Then he goes to Kansas City, but he wasn't going to be the starter to begin with.
Yeah.
So he's not getting utilized. Now, Baltimore picks him up. He's a veteran. He has an opportunity to show himself on a decent team. A good team. Now, does he? We don't know. But I dropped the rookie quarterback from San Francisco to pick up Le'Veon Bell. Just in case.
Yeah.
He shows out. I think I made a solid choice. Time will tell. Either way, the other player was sitting on my bench. In any case, I'll take Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad... Not a bad backup and not a bad choice, I don't think.
Especially because
he could be a hit or miss, and it's Le'Veon Bell. I mean, fuck. He was great.
if any time he's going to prove himself again, I think this is the season he does it with Baltimore.
I kind of think he has to. I think he might be one and done and
hurting the way that they are at running back. So we'll see what happens. But
yep. But you also got who's their quarterback? Jackson?
Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
So with that being said, Lamar
Right?
Jackson.
I'm pretty
sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he makes big plays as far as downfield, and Le'Veon Bell's a downfield guy from, past history shit, but...
Let's see here. What did he do last year?
And Lamar Jackson makes his own plays, too, so...
He ain't really do shit last year.
I think Lamar Jackson is their fucking running back.
Pretty much. We can take pause if we need to answer that.
No, we're good.
Okay. Smells like Chino food.
So...
Alright, so Joe Mixon up against Gus Edwards. I think it's a fucking
Mixon,
obvious choice.
Not because Cincinnati is a great team, but Mixon's a great fucking running back.
Was he with?
He was with Cincinnati
last year.
Yeah, James had him, and he did fucking great for a while for James, and I think maybe James switched him up or something happened. I don't know, but I know.
Did he play for the Bears?
No.
I don't know why.
Maybe before, but I just remember him playing for Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
And I know he did. He was putting up. Let's look. He was putting up some fucking numbers.
Here we go, guys. Let's take a look. Ooh, he's got a big chance of a boom over bust.
All right, maybe I lied.
Yeah, he was out half the
Yeah,
season.
so that's what happened. See, like I said, something happened, but he wasn't putting up bad numbers.
I mean, look at the numbers against Jacksonville. 42 fucking points.
I mean,
He's got some
yeah.
explosiveness. He's got some potential there.
Mixon is not a bad running back, and I
Then
think that
again-
was a choice that...
Against Philly, who wasn't a great team. He only got 8.5. Chargers, 6.1.
Didn't really have a choice, so I went with Mixon. And I'm going to go with Mixon.
And he's the second to Dalvin Cook. No, I'm sorry. They're going up against Dalvin Cook.
Yes.
My bad. I still think Joe Mixon gets it over
Mixon's
Gus
number
Edwards.
one.
For sure. I mean, Gus is there because he has to be. Mixon is there because they want him to be.
Right.
So, yeah. I'm going with Joe Mixon on this one. ESPN's going with Joe Mixon on this one.
Mixon. Gotta take it.
Mr. Ming is going with Mixon on this one. That means Tinky Poo.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, baby. All right. Next up. Oh, man. We got Adam Thielen
And
on Team You Suck. With, of course, the Minnesota Vikings up against Cincinnati Bengals with a projection of 14.4. Going up against Tyreek Hill for Kelsey of the Kansas City Chiefs up against Cleveland Browns with a projection of 18.3.
I think Thielen makes more plays.
You think so, huh?
I think so. I could be wrong, but
Look, Thielen's
I'm not saying Tyreek Hill's bad, because he's not at all, by any means.
I don't think he did
Let's
as great
see.
last year as he did.
Single-digit games Thielen had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single-digit games.
6.
That's, I mean, but everything else is almost explosive.
Couple 30 points.
I mean, shit,
several
20 for a
20s.
wide receiver, 26, 29, 20, 32 for a wide receiver.
And with Minnesota, who was their other threat? Didn't they have one more?
On Minnesota?
Mm-hmm. I think they had one more threat. I can't remember. Tyreek Hill. One single-digit game. He had one.
Look, this motherfucker had a 60-point game.
Game,
All right.
bro. God bless America.
Well, I think numbers show, but
I
okay.
mean, what did Hill 334 all of last season? Adam Thielen
26, 14,
254.
17, 10.
I mean, that is an 80-point difference. Bro.
Yeah, but
It's a new season. But
I
Kansas
mean,
City's
he
going
was
up
either
against
high
Cleveland.
or he was low. I don't know. I guess I agree. Yeah, I'd go
I think
with.
Tyreek Hill has. I think he gets.
I think
points.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah, looking at numbers.
No disrespect to Thielen. I love
Thiel's great.
I think he's a great.
But touchdown wise,
who's the
let's
other
see
one?
that shit. You know
what's
what?
his name? Oh, did he switch teams?
Hang on.
Diggs, Stephon Diggs.
Let me see here.
Didn't he switch teams? Where did Stephon go? I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Hold up.
Hold
Let me
up.
Let me take this back a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I mean, you can grab it, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
And you got. Oh, okay. Man, these guys. All right, so 15 touchdowns from Tyreek Hill, 14 touchdowns from Thielen.
And even with those 14, he's still 80 points behind.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, Tyreek Hill is a beast of a receiver, especially on the second best team of all of last year.
Yeah.
We'll see how this year goes. I don't think Kansas City falls off as far as
No, and again, they're playing against. I don't know. Then
they're not.
all
Neither
right,
team
so
is
Minnesota's
playing
against
a great team.
Cincinnati,
Neither
and
team's
Kansas
playing against a great
City.
team, right?
Kansas City's playing against the Browns.
Two historically terrible teams.
Browns obviously a little bit better, I think, than the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to stick with Thielen, man. I think he's
Yeah?
gonna score better. Yeah,
Okay.
they're playing against the Bengals, dude.
I feel like that's another bet waiting to happen, bro. Turn it
What,
into a
another
12
sixer?
Another 6-2? Maybe 12 bet.
Make it a 12.
Maybe. I think so.
All right, let's make it a 12.
Let's go, baby.
Can't go wrong, you know. Yeah.
All right. Moving along. Tyler Lockett of the Seattle Seahawks up against Indiana with a projection of 14.4 on Team I Suck. Just kidding.
Team You Suck, motherfucker.
Up against Kelsey's Cooper Kupp.
Lock it.
Los Angeles Rams over Chicago. I think Cooper has a tougher matchup. Woo. ESPN seems to think so as well. Lockett did pretty fucking good last year, I believe.
He did.
I mean, for
total
265
total points 265, 10 touchdowns
with Cooper's 211.
Yeah, with
and
3 touchdowns.
3, yeah.
So,
and
it's Lockett. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think Kupp has a much
Wilson
better
likes
season
to
over Lockett this year. I think Lockett stays moving forward on his solid train.
Yeah, no injuries, nothing that I've heard about anyway.
And up against Indianapolis. Yeah,
not that Cooper Kupp's bad. I'm not knocking him because I think I've had him 1 year.
No, he's not bad at all.
My son had him last year, and he kind of started like going downhill a little bit. So I didn't really like that much. So I'm gonna have to go with Lockett.
I'm gonna go with Lockett also, but how many threats does Wilson have other than Lockett?
He's got a couple other, but Lockett I think is one of his main, for sure.
And Cooper Kupp.
Now I don't know why, but I always like to pick at least one guy that my quarterback, like Wilson for instance, that plays on the same team as far as like a wide receiver or running back.
Like a little combo matchup.
It's a combo matchup. Almost like you get shit ton of points in my eyes. It looks like anyways, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
That's why I went Prescott. Well, I wanted Prescott.
Right.
Zeke didn't happen, so I'm gonna grab Zeke before I could grab him. So I went Amari, and it was a
think
toss-up
about
between
it.
Amari and CeeDee Lamb.
Both these guys make touchdowns. So Wilson likes to throw the ball to Lockett. So if Wilson throws the ball to Lockett, makes a touchdown, they both just got 6 points.
Exactly.
So I think that's
a
good idea.
You get a nice little combo.
Yeah, you get a nice little fucking
for sure
jump up in points.
Mm-hmm. It's a solid strategy. Nothing wrong with it.
All right.
I think it's a good one. I think we both got Lockett.
Yeah.
Correct, Mundo.
Ting.
Tinky Poo.
You see his drink right now?
Ignore the side commentary, guys. All right. Next up. Love you, babe. We have.
All right. I'm going to go ahead.
Old tried and true. Rob Gronkowski at tight end position.
That's my guy.
With
My
Tampa
tight
Bay
end.
for Team I Suck. Up against Dallas with a projection of 7.7. Now, problem is, who does Kelsey have?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
go number one tight end in the NFL.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Travis Kelce of Kansas City Chiefs fame, up against Cleveland with a projection of 18.1.
Kelsey's a bad motherfucker.
We're tinking again. I don't think much else needs to be said. Look, Gronkowski.
Well, okay, Gronkowski before last season, or before he took off a year. Sorry, was probably up there.
He was up there in his prime.
Well, I mean, he took off a year.
But he
back.
He was
on a new team.
Jason Witten.
Right. But come back with a new team.
But then you get the new guys like George Kittle.
And hadn't really had any practice because when he jumped in, right? So once it came towards the end of the season last year, Gronkowski started showing up a little bit. And Brady started targeting him more. Did he not?
Look, obviously he's a faithful, tried and true target for Tom Brady.
Oh, for sure. He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
He is a big dude.
And he's
who still got his ass whooped by Logan Paul.
Okay. Shut the fuck up.
He did, bro. Did you watch the video? They had a YouTube video. Logan Paul fought all the Gronkowskis, one right after the other, and beat all of them.
Shut up,
in the boxing ring.
No.
100%.
No.
100%.
No, that's fake.
Maybe, but they're not boxers. They're football players.
Either way, Jake Paul's
not Jake, Logan.
Either way, Logan Paul, whatever. They're both kind of.
And actually, Logan Paul, I think, is the boxer who's getting the L's versus Jake Paul who's getting the dubs. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
They're both the
point is, Gronkowski's getting old, and yeah, he's a solid target for Brady. And maybe he does better this year than he did last year.
Right, because he's had more practice, more play time as far as getting the plays down. Because, like, again, when he came in kind of at a weird time at the beginning. So he wasn't familiar with plays. Tom Brady hasn't had time to work with him like, oh, we're going to do this. So, towards the end, look what happened. Gronkowski started making some fucking plays.
Well, let's look what happened.
Look what happened.
Let's
yes,
check
sir.
it out.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's check it out, man.
But I felt like, I'm not saying like he did badass, but I'm going to say he made some plays.
All right, well, let's see.
He's like, all right, well, you're wrong.
I mean...
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Oh, no, this is the beginning of the week. Okay. We've been looking at this towards the
all
end.
backwards, right?
Yeah, holy shit.
So, yeah, I'm right. I'm doing okay.
You can tell we're noobs here, guys. He picked it up a little bit. He had a couple double digits at the end there. He only had one in the beginning.
Definitely better than the beginning.
Towards the middle, he had, a lot of good games. So,
now,
yeah,
obviously...
he got into the groove.
Obviously, I'm going to go with Kelsey. Or,
you'd be
kind of got
to pick.
I chose Gronkowski because I really didn't have a choice as a tight end, and Gronkowski was just kind of out there.
Yeah. Mark Andrews was the best.
It's a 50. I'm taking a 50-50 chance, bro. 50-50.
Nobody's gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna be mad at you for bringing Gronkowski. It's a tight end. Unless you have fucking Kelsey or Kittle, you're not gonna be putting up major points with your tight end.
Right.
It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
And that's why people will see. When did she grab Travis? 10th. First round. Yeah.
She picked him first round?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think, she was 10th. So, what are you going to do? I think she already lost her quarterback.
She could have grabbed a couple other people, but
definitely wouldn't have picked
somebody else would have grabbed.
Definitely wouldn't have picked tight end first
Kelsey.
round.
Somebody else would have grabbed him. And, it's a solid
pick.
But...
no, you don't. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
Tyreek Hill. She still got Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp.
If all the running backs were picked up, where are you going to go? Somebody that's similar to that position. And puts up points.
She had Dobbins, who was a great pick up until his injury.
Yeah, which sucks.
Swift, okay, solid pick, but she still got Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp along with Travis Kelce.
Yeah. She's got a good team.
She picked him up.
She has a good team, and somehow or another she's projected to beat me. I don't think so, but whatever.
And if any tight ends to be picked up in the first round, Kelsey's
that's it right there. Yep.
So,
no doubt.
Obviously, Kelsey's the unanimous pick here, guys.
Yep.
Tink to that one. Ignore my pink drink. So this is interesting. We move on to flex, okay? And you have Raheem Mostert at running back for San Francisco 49ers up against Detroit with a projection of 12.9. She has Robert Tonyan of Green Bay fame, a tight end, up against New Orleans. Why in God's name do you have a tight end in your flex?
That's even more interesting than a wide receiver. Now, I can understand a wide receiver, but...
Over a tight end, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Running back, even your shittiest running back probably over a. Well, I won't say that, but no, definitely not a tight end as a flex. I wouldn't do that.
Unless you had Kelsey and Kittle, which isn't going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Let alone Robert Tonyan.
Yeah.
What?
And I did.
I guess that's probably her next highest projected.
However you say his name.
Mostert. Yep.
Because he did really well, and then something happened when he had split time with somebody else. So, again, he's a 50-50 chance. He's a great running back. But he also split
to do
time.
Better than last year.
Yeah, he also had split time, and I think he may have gotten injured somewhere in there.
Well, look at this. Look at all these games he sat on the sideline. But when he played...
He played fairly
towards the beginning. Look at these points he's putting up in the beginning games.
Yeah.
28, 21, 14.
See, that's what I mean. Something happened, and then
he kind of fell off.
After that, he had split time with somebody. So I'm taking a 50-50 chance with him. For sure.
100%. They obviously have more faith in whoever they got starting. But it's a solid flex play. Certainly more solid over Robert Tonyan. Let's see. What did Mr. Tanyan do? Oh, he put up more points last season than Mostert, but he's projected to put up less this year.
We'll see what happens. But he also had more playtime.
Games as a tight end for sure.
Again, something happened with him to where Mustard got hurt.
I don't know who she has on her bench. We'd have to look at it, but obviously, tight end is a risky pick for a flex.
For sure. Agreed.
Against Detroit versus New Orleans. Obviously, ESPN has more faith in Mostert than they do Tanyan. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. It sounds right. I'm going to go with ESPN on this one, too. And pick Mostert.
Well, I'm just going to pick Mustard just because I've seen his performance and I'm taking 50-50.
Because you want Tink glasses. Let's go,
that's
baby.
It. And she picked a tight end, so.
All right.
I think my running back's going to make more points.
So next up.
Defense.
Minga's got Steelers over Buffalo.
He misses another good matchup.
Or excuse me, at Buffalo. And Kelsey's got Packers at New Orleans.
Which is another good matchup both ways.
Yeah, but you're going up against Buffalo.
Yeah, I'd have to go point-wise.
Yeah, I'm going Packers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Steelers have a tougher matchup in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Not that New Orleans is a bad team.
And not that Pittsburgh has not fucking shined.
Right.
Sparingly.
But Buffalo, I think, is just a better team than New Orleans.
Yeah, I think so. Whoa. I wouldn't go that far.
I definitely would go that far.
I wouldn't go. I think they're a better team than Green Bay for sure.
Well, yeah, I think Buffalo's a better team than either one of those teams, Packers or New Orleans. Or the Steelers, for that matter.
Well, I guess numbers... no, I don't... last season, numbers show, I guess, Buffalo's...
Josh Allen was dropping points, brother.
I'm not saying that.
And they made it to the playoffs.
It'd be pretty fucking good between New Orleans and Buffalo. I think 50-50.
You gotta think that
Now you got...
Huh? Lost Drew Brees. So
that's what I was just going to say.
New Orleans' whole offense. So.
Well, no. That was not New Orleans' whole offense. They had...
well, you gotta think about it. Who's gonna throw to Michael Thomas now? He's gonna be able to make those short throws.
They got, what's his name, their backup that plays every fucking position out there. New Orleans, what's his name? He plays quarterback, he plays tight end. Hill, yeah, there you go.
Their starting quarterback they named is Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
He's known to
Not a bad quarterback.
He's not a great quarterback either, though.
And I'll tell you what, Winston,
he's no Drew Brees.
No, but he went to a hell of a good team. That's for sure.
But I think Buffalo was a better team up against all three of those other teams, for sure. But I think the Steelers. I think the Steelers just have a tougher matchup
with
against
Breeze,
Buffalo.
I'd have to say it's close. Well, we don't have Breeze anymore, so it don't matter.
Packer over New Orleans. So, are we both going with Packers on this one?
Yeah, I agree. Packers.
All right, let's get it. Tinky poos. And last up, guys. And gals.
Well,
kickers. You have chosen Young Ho Koo. Like, what a dope fucking name, bro. Young Ho Koo. That's got to be the coolest kicker name ever.
I guess.
Young Ho Koo?
It's kind of cool.
Young Ho Koo.
You like that? It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Maybe that's racist. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be racist. The name just sounds dope to me. It flows, Young Ho Koo. From Atlanta, up against the Philly Eagles with a 7.7 projection. Against Mason Crosby from Green Bay on Kelsey's team up against New Orleans.
Koo is obviously the better kicker out of the two.
Projection. Koo's
edging. Good numbers, bro.
Edging out
good
Crosby.
Numbers.
So, does Atlanta see...
You're looking at, from last season, I think it was 166 compared to 120.
Well, I'm looking at it who sees the red zone more? Atlanta,
well, that's how you can't look at it
with...
You can't look at it like that with kicker.
Well, sure you can. Well,
you can, but I think Koo is all around the better kicker than Green Bay's kicker.
Let's see. What do we have here, Mr. Koo? You're so cool. 166.
Oh, now you want to use my joke. Don't steal my shit.
He definitely put up more points than fucking Crosby.
Faux show. So that's why I chose him. But again,
and he's
kicker is a hand-in-hand. They're waiver wire. They're back and forth. So,
but Koo's projected 127. There's only 3 points more than Crosby's.
Yeah, this season. We'll see how it goes.
You know, it's a kicker. I'm gonna go with ESPN stats on this one, picks on this one, and against Philly. I mean, who knows what New Orleans looks like this year with Winston at center, but yeah, Philly is a garbage.
Yeah.
And
New Orleans got a hell of a D, so that quarterback has nothing to do with their D. So.
All right, so that's another frickin' Tinky Poo. All right, so overall pick, folks. Team I suck. I mean, you suck.
Well, first time around, first game.
$5 foot long.
I have to go with myself, of
course you do.
If it was later in the season, I might say something differently. But as of right now, I'm going with myself.
I'm going to tell you why I pick yours.
Yeah, tell me why.
Because she put a tight end in her flex.
Enough said.
That's why I'm going to pick.
Said.
She is projected, obviously, guys, as you can see here.
So, no disrespect, but if she could.
But some disrespect's about to come.
She would have Green Bay as her whole fucking lineup.
Yeah, well, and I think that's a lot of beginner.
No,
she's not.
She's not a beginner.
She seems like she knows what we're talking about.
No, she knows her shit. She plays fantasy football.
When I heard her talking,
plays like 3 fucking leagues.
She clearly knew what she was talking about.
Yeah, no, she knows her shit.
But if you're picking your team as your preferred team in IRL for your fantasy team, how much do you really know? Because that's just dumb. I made the rookie choice in the beginning. I did the same thing with the Cowboys when I first started playing fantasy. I picked like 4 or 5 Cowboys, which proved
I didn't know
massively detrimental.
I didn't know nowhere near as much as I knew about football until I started playing fantasy. First time around, I wasn't fucking paying attention, didn't know shit, but then I started paying attention, and because really all I knew about was Dallas Cowboys. That's all I cared about.
Same.
But man, I watched every fucking game. I learned a lot about it. I don't know everything, but
as we can tell, guys, neither do I. I mean, we're just a couple guys drinking some beers, talking some football.
Yeah, I love it.
I definitely pay attention to other teams more now that I've started playing fantasy.
Absolutely,
100%.
You gotta watch your guys, and then you get to see badass plays. You get to see badass shit, badass fails, badass breaks. I mean,
it definitely keeps football more interesting.
For sure.
Not that I'm needed to be more interested in football, because I watched every Cowboy game.
If you're out there, you ever really want to know about more football, definitely get on a fucking fantasy league. You will learn a shit ton about it.
100. And fantasy is just a great way to hang out with friends.
It is.
Once a year, get together with your buddies.
It is.
And
get
socialize.
Together. Yep. Have a great time.
Yeah, and you can get together for the games, have some barbecues, get the family together.
Make bets, squares,
memories,
stuff like that.
Money, lose some money. It's a good time. It's a
really
worthy
is.
investment. Drop 50. I mean, I've lost every year $50 down the toilet, but I don't care. It's 100% worth the memories I get from it.
Yep.
So next up, we're gonna run through the rest of the league, our fantasy league, sort of real quick instead of in depth like we did with the Mingas and my team. But for this next part, we're gonna have a special guest, Sean's son, Lil Sean.
My boy. What?
Let's go, bros. You ready, dude?
Yeah.
All right. So we have Lil Sean Minga 2, the second, Junior.
Yes,
whatever
sir.
you want to call him. My boy's Lil 1. He's going up against me and Mrs. Jones. I don't know why I sung. Justin Jones.
Yeah.
His wifey. All right, so we'll quickly run through who you got. You got Mr. Herbert, who
coming off his first rookie
year shined pretty nicely.
Not bad, yeah.
Really
Like a nice piece
Made
of
some
silver.
moves, something to look at for sure.
Up against Aaron Rodgers. Who
What?
is Aaron Rodgers? Not happy at Green Bay, clearly.
No, he's not. He's another one that was not happy with Green Bay. He wanted to leave too.
But they paid him money and he stuck
Yeah,
around.
and he, of course, right? Money talks.
Who do we got? Herbert or Rodgers?
Whoo, man! I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go Rodgers, man. As much as I don't want to, but yeah, Rodgers, he can make some plays. I think he's overrated, honestly, but again, he can make plays and he makes plays happen.
I'm picking Herbert. They're going up against Washington. He is off his rookie season, but he shined really well last year. I think he has another good season this year, maybe even better.
Again,
Herbert.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go Herbert on this one.
Yeah.
Washington does have a really good D line coming into Chase Young's second year. He looks very promising, but I don't think Washington's secondary is just good enough to keep up with the pace of Herbert and just Herbert's game in general.
Okay, so since you're not drinking, we'll air Tink. COVID kid. All right, next up, Derrick Henry against Aaron Jones. We got a combo on Mrs. Jones's team there.
Henry's just a bad dude, so
he is a bad mofo. Aaron Jones.
Not bad, but he's not no Henry.
Going Derrick Henry. What about you, LaShawn? What's your pick?
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry. I think
Okay,
he's going
so
into his,
that
7th or 8th year this year, coming off being the league's leading rusher last year.
Yep.
because Zeke did so badly, Henry was able to take it. Tink on that one.
But yeah, Henry.
All right, next up, Austin Eckler against Miles Sanders.
Ooh,
that's a close one.
Eckler had split time last year,
and Eckler's questionable.
And I think I think last year I made a trade with you. And
who was he splitting time with?
The guy from.
I feel like I had them both.
And you did because we made the trade.
Trading. Yeah.
Because someone got hurt, so Eckler came in, and when he came back, they just had split time. They were crushing it. Split time. One wasn't doing better than the other, but
Miles Sanders over
Sanders
Austin
is kind of.
I'm going Sanders because he's not questionable. I don't know what Austin Eckler's status is, but we're not going to get too deep into it just because we got to wrap this up fairly quickly. So we're just breezing through the rest.
I'm going to go Eckler.
I think, yeah, I'm going to have to go Sanders here. They're playing Atlanta. They don't have the best defense. And
yeah.
Okay. So, next up, DK Metcalf against Allen Robinson II. ESPN has him edging him out by a couple points.
I think they're underestimating Metcalf.
ESPN isn't. They got him as the advantage this game.
Oh,
over Robinson.
Allen Robinson is a big underdog, though. I think I had him one year and he did real well, and I definitely was not expecting that.
Well, Metcalf makes really good fucking plays when they need him to. So.
Yeah.
And they're playing Indiana. I'm going to have to go Metcalf on this one.
I'm going Metcalf also just because Rams, they're a solid team over Indianapolis.
Allen is underrated. I'm going to go Metcalf too.
All right, well, that's Tink. Bro.
Yep.
Let's get her done.
Tink.
Next up, Godwin, excuse me. Against Dallas versus DJ Moore against the Jets.
Well, being that they're playing for Goodwin's playing for Tampa Bay. Godwin, sorry.
It's a half-point difference, too.
I'm going to have to go more on that one.
I'm going more just because they're going up against the Jets.
Yeah.
A god-awful team. Dallas was god-awful last year, but, presumably we won't be this year with Dak back at center. So, yeah, more on my pick. What about you, brother?
Yeah, I think the obvious pick here is Moore. Like you said, Jets are just absolutely terrible. So
fucking
yeah,
embarrassingly bad. That's a Tink again, dude. Let's go, baby. We might be drunk by the time we get to the last fucking game. All right, next up, Logan Thomas at 10.4 versus Dallas Goddard with 9.6. Goddard against Atlanta.
Have to go with Thomas on this
against
one.
Chargers. Yeah, that's a toughie.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I saw Logan Thomas
I mean,
on TikTok as an underdog.
If you look at stats,
So I took him.
No, because we're trying not to dig too much into it, just because we're trying to run through it, right? That's the
All
whole
right.
point of this last.
yeah.
We're just off the cuff picks here.
I mean, I don't think you made a bad choice as far as tight ends.
I think
I'm-
there's definitely better choices, but
I'm
Well,
going.
at the time, though,
nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going Thomas. I'm going to go with ESPN's pick.
That's
And
fucking
say he
another
gets it over Goddard, because Philly's kind of trash too. So
damn, we're gonna Tink again.
let's do it, baby. We can take little baby tinks. Little baby tink tinks.
No, there you go.
Next up, at flex, he's got Chase Claypool against Devonta Smith. Bro, I'm going Claypool. 100%. I mean,
I guess it don't matter. Yeah, against Buffalo. Come on, you were just talking all that mess.
absolutely. But
Talking all that mess.
Chase Claypool was a, I mean, he did pretty
And
fucking
Buffalo's
good
D
last
is
year.
fucking
True.
outstanding.
Devonta Smith's coming off a great year in Alabama. Set a bunch of records there, won Heisman and all of that.
Oh, he's an Alabama fan, so
Yeah.
he knows all about that shit.
Yeah. But looking at preseason, he's been pretty good. But Philadelphia did
Again?
not have the best wide receiver.
They either shine or they fail. So,
Who's Philly's quarterback this year?
fuck, you got me, bro.
Yeah, I don't. Because they got rid of what's his name, right?
Carson Wentz.
White boy. Yeah. Because he was a bust. Holy shit. Him
Yeah,
and Prescott
he
were
really
supposed
did.
to- They were same season, right? Like they both got drafted the same year.
Yeah.
And I think rookie year Wentz did fucking great. And then after that he just
Yeah, his backup.
Oh,
Yeah.
defense, bro.
But yeah, I'm going Chase Claypool. I feel like that's the more obvious choice.
he's,
Yeah,
he's an
um,
established player and he did great. I mean pretty good last year. So yeah, I'm going
Claypool,
Claypool.
yeah.
Is that who you're picking? Or you got Devonta?
Former Heisman Reaper, the Slim Reaper.
It's a rookie
Yeah,
year.
no, I gotta go with Claypool.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Little baby tink tink. All right, next up, defense. You got the Bills, you mother.
Oh yeah,
I really wanted them too, but
I could have put him on the waiver wire. I thought about it and I was like, I want them. I
Why
saw
would you?
them during preseason destroying, last year destroying.
It's a solid pick. Obviously, ESPN thinks Ravens. Well, I mean they are the Ravens. Up against Las Vegas.
I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo on this.
What about
Man.
you, Junior?
Well,
COVID kid.
Ravens do have a solid D. I saw them in preseason. They were lighting people up, but Raiders do have some new weapons coming into the new season. This is Ruggs year 2, so see how he does. And Josh Jacobs, you know, he's real good at just pounding the ball, but I think I am actually gonna go Ravens here.
What? I
I'm.
mean, they're not bad, but I think overall defensive-wise, Buffalo's, especially, yeah. I mean, pretty close, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Ravens also. I'm gonna go with the ESPN's pick. And then last up we have kickers. You have Josh Lambo, Lil Sean
Yeah.
against Harrison Butker.
I think he was just a waiver wire guy.
Yeah, you just
Picked
picked
him
a
up.
kicker.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going Butker.
Not a bad one, but
I'm going Buckert. I mean, it's Kansas City. I just think he sees the opportunities a little bit more than Jacksonville. Although Jackson fucking destroyed us preseason. I know it's only preseason, but
as a tough matchup this is going to be, I'm going to have to go with Little Sean on this one. Sorry,
wow.
Denise.
Okay. Well, there you have it. He doesn't want to take another Tink. All right, so overall, we have Lil Sean at 119.3 over Mrs. Jones at 118.1. I don't know why I keep singing. I should probably stop. I think Lil Sean edges it out, man. I'm going to go with projections. I think Lil Sean edges it out overall.
You?
I think I'm going to take it. I think
you got to pick yourself, bro.
Right, it's first game.
You got to pick yourself.
And I think her key players, like her key players on her team, aren't going to show up like they need to. Especially people like
Aaron
Miles
Rodgers.
Sanders.
Oh.
I mean, Allen Robinson is a good pick. DJ Moore, I don't think is a bad pick.
No, Moore, you can't go wrong with Moore.
Goddard's okay. We'll see how Devonta does.
I just think he's got Harry, Eckler, Metcalf.
And Aaron Rodgers, I don't know.
Again, Eckler is going to be a split time, I think, if they do it like last year. And Godwin wasn't a bad choice. Thomas, I'm not real sure about, but.
All right, well, Lil Sean, good luck to your brother.
Yep, another Tink.
Thanks for the guest appearance, my dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, and we'll definitely have you on next time you're going up against one of us.
Yeah.
Bro. Good luck on your season, dude.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Next up, let's do Ramus against Nate. Let's run through it.
Well, first off, Nate came out of fucking left field.
How so?
He kind of had I forgot what pick he was on. So he was like 7th. And somehow or another it's projected to do higher than fucking anybody. I know projections are projections, but.
Yeah, projections ain't shit, bro. I was projected number 1 for.
I mean, I don't understand how they came up. I don't know. But.
I didn't get it.
No, James was pick 7. Nate was, I think, 5 or something.
No, I'm saying
like that.
last year. I was in the number 1 spot projection wise for quite a while, but just because I had that 5 game winning streak.
Oh, you did,
And,
right?
Yeah, and then that just kind of fell to shit.
Yeah, it did.
So, again, projections don't
Yeah,
mean
it really
jack
don't
shit.
mean nothing, but still, though, how they came up with this.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Little, wow.
It's really just off of the players, I'm assuming. I mean, look at Nate with all these projected dubs over.
I mean, he
And
doesn't
same
have
with
bad
Lil Sean.
guys, but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Kyler Murray,
Yeah, Murray's
Kareem
good.
Hunt.
Good pick.
Stephon Diggs, Devontae
Yeah,
Adams,
Hunt, yep.
Keenan Allen. I mean, these are all
Yep.
solid picks. Jalen Hurts, that's Philly's
And
quarterback.
I don't know, Jane. I'm gonna have to go
Okay.
with the. I'm gonna. Are we just picking? We're just gonna.
So
So read down James. James's is
yeah,
Hurts quarterback.
go for it.
Elliott, which I'm surprised James picked a Dallas.
I am so surprised he
Yeah,
picked him. We talked about it for a minute.
so
on
much
the
of a
phone.
fucking hater. But I'm surprised he picked
I
a
am
Dallas Cowboys,
surprised,
and that.
especially considering the shit year he had last year,
Mm-hmm.
that he would take the
Elliott, right?
Yeah, like that he would just take the chance. But I guess he recognizes football and
Hey,
recognizes
when
the
you-
talent
yeah,
that is
when you recognize
Ezekiel
talent,
Elliott,
you gotta recognize talent.
which he does have. It's just unfortunate the dude's
But
fucking
then-
talent is tied to his fucking confidence,
He goes to
which went to
Montgomery,
shit because
to Evans, which Mike Evans, he did okay, but I don't think he
Dak
did
was
great. Montgomery is hit or miss,
and CeeDee Lamb, bro.
and he got 2 from the Cowboys. Woo!
God
He,
dang.
those might have been his best picks right there.
Ramos, I hope you're listening, bro.
Oh,
We talking shit.
yeah.
We're a little surprised you grabbed 2 Cowboys.
And
honey.
now, granted,
Just saying.
he did win last year, so whatever.
And yeah,
But-
I mean, dude knows how to play fantasy football
He does know his
for
shit.
sure.
He does know his shit. But to see 2 Dallas Cowboys on his
yeah,
and not even on his bench, up to his starters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And CeeDee Lamb was a risk, not a risk.
I think you're
risk-ish.
It's kind of risk-ish.
Risk-ish. Because it's his second year. Obviously, he shined a little bit last year.
Oh, he shined
especially in a year that they did god awful.
Yeah.
But everybody knows, at least currently, before the season starts, Amari is the number
With Prescott
one.
back, I don't know. Again, it's a 50-50 chance.
And the fact that it's a 50-50 and he's still
So, I guess we'll see
Lamb.
who made the right pick here, you or James.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think either one was a bad choice, but...
Okay, and
who's the
Jalen
better
Hurts, starting year with Philly. Or no, did he overtake Wentz last year? I don't remember. Ugh, itchy poos.
Obviously, Hunt over Diggs.
Rams D, Bronco. Yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. I want to...
Kyler Murray, Kareem Hunt over Montgomery, Devontae Adams over Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs. He did go to Buffalo. That's right. He went to Buffalo last year.
You know who else is on Buffalo, right? Cole Beasley.
Give him the South.
Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
You know who's got
he
Cole
was
Beasley?
never like a fantasy dude.
Beasley?
Yeah.
He really wasn't, but he played more for Dallas. Well, he played more for Dallas as far as playtime. He got more action with Dallas than he did with Buffalo.
Until he got all but wet and decided to leave. And
yeah, which is dumb.
He should have.
I really like Cole Beasley.
I did too. Give him the sauce, Beasley. Give him the sauce.
Yeah. And when Beasley...
But he was never a fantasy guy.
Buffalo pulls him out when they want to make a fucking play. Yeah, you're right.
He was never a fantasy points guy. Like, he didn't put him up.
I got him on my
bench.
There
were a couple games. But it was so inconsistent points-wise.
Good backup.
That you just never really knew when to throw him out there. Stephon Diggs. I mean, great receiver.
Man, it's almost like James didn't care about this year or something.
Keenan Allen. No. Okay, so...
Not saying that. He had some stuff going...
I don't know if he talked about it. Yeah.
Boxing event that he went to.
And his phone was dying, and he had to get it charged.
Is this what we're going to hear excuses about?
Well, no, that's why he was talking shit during the draft. He's like, with all this shit, I'm still making picks, blah, blah, blah. So, we'll see how it goes for you, brother, this season. Yeah. This is kind of a big points difference here, 130 over 120. Nate over Ramus.
I think ultimately I have
big
to go with
TDs. Nate. Yeah, I'm going to go with Nate also. I mean, I know projections are shit, but...
I think better player-wise, Nate's got it.
Yeah. I think Zeke puts up bigger numbers than he's projected, though. Yeah. Like 14.6. I think Zeke puts in the 20s for sure. With Prescott backing,
let's hope so.
I think he does.
And you kind of, hope he does just 20 and that's it. Because if not, then, Cooper's points are going down or CeeDee Lamb's points are going down.
No. See, it's CeeDee Lamb and
Cooper
that I have to worry about. Zeke,
right.
I think Zeke and Amari can put up the points.
What I'm getting at is if Zeke is going to continue making more than 20 points, they're utilizing him the whole game. And not really making so many passing plays.
Because all he has to do is get in the red zone and make the touchdowns.
Yeah, but that's not really what they do every time.
And
they do, but
the wide receivers just got to get there.
They take Zeke and they make him get downfield just to give him another 10 yards. Give him another 10 yards when it's third down, fourth down. Not fourth because they really don't take that risk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
But we definitely have Nate.
Definitely surprised with James taking 2 Dallas Cowboys.
100%.
For sure.
James,
maybe he's starting to come around.
Yeah, because Carolina sucks ass. Nobody gives a fuck about Carolina, bro.
Not anymore.
Next up, we have the Turd Burglar versus Haley.
My girl,
Mickey.
My girl.
So your best friend versus your lady.
Well. Oh, my girl got McCaffrey. Oh, my.
She did.
And Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, dude.
Stop it.
Stop it. We'll have to have her on the show.
That's because somebody
in
got
the
okay.
future.
So to be fair, my chick is not a Cowboys fan. She's a fucking Kansas City fan. What the fuck ever.
We can't all be perfect, brother. I mean, you know.
No, we can.
We
In this
can't all be
household, we
perfect.
sure can. You know? But that's okay. I love her, and that's okay.
Well, and that's good, brother. You should. She's a good lady. You know what? I'm going to make my pick right meow, and I'm doing it 100% based on a bias. I'm going with Justin on this one.
What?
You Cowboy hater.
Okay.
Maybe it's a dumb pick.
No, you're just going
But again,
based off of a Cowboy
100%
hater.
bias.
Yeah, you're going off Cowboy hater.
You Cowboy hater.
The
The turd burglar is burgling your turd.
I think they definitely got a good matchup. I think
Look,
Lamar Jackson.
Tom Brady.
Hold up. I think Lamar Jackson is going to score more over
Of
Tom
course,
Brady.
Yes.
I
don't know about
think
Taylor
McCaffrey's going to
McCaffrey.
score more over Taylor.
For sure.
I think Carson's going to score more over Robinson. Ridley.
Over Terry McLaurin? For sure. Fuck
That's
Terry
going to be
McLaurin.
close. I think
he's
Higgins
all right.
over
He's all right.
Johnson.
Okay.
Man.
Pitts is
I
the
don't-
pit.
I'm going to have to say Waller over Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's like we're back and forth here, bro.
Yeah, we are kind of back and forth. Obviously, you know. Ooh, and then why the fuck would she pick up fucking? You know what? Fuck it. She done picked up Tom Brady. She done picked up the Bucks defense. I'm gonna go with Justin.
Tank, bro.
Sorry, girl.
That is 100% Tank. Sorry,
Love
Haley.
you, yeah, but no.
You're a wonderful lady.
Too many wrongs.
But you gets no love fantasy wise.
I feel like she did this out of hate because she got basically nobody from Kansas City. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the next people my guy hates, and that's the Bucks, or actually the first." So
Let's
I don't
go,
hate them. I
baby.
just, you know, fucking overrated.
All right, guys.
Oh, they're Super Bowl champs, but they're overrated.
So those are our picks, folks. Sean Minga, Big E, the original Pasty Bros, guys, back together for a brand new season of the Fantasy Fandom Podcast. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited for fantasy football. We'll see how well our picks go as the weeks go
See how
on,
much we don't know.
which is probably a lot.
Yep.
That's okay. We're here having
It's
a
all
good time.
fun, yeah. Good times. Good
drinking beers,
peoples.
playing
Yep, some
games,
Bears. And
making memories, guys.
good nights.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Get it. Good luck, Ian.
Brother, we got to think again.
Yeah,
I'm so
one more
glad you were
time.
here, dude.
Yeah.
We're so glad you were here, man. I'm so glad
Good luck.
you got to be a part of it.
You even have any? Oh, you do have somebody tomorrow.
As my OG, dude. My OG, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. Everything you've done for me.
For sure. And likewise.
And, you know, I look forward to the future, brother. I'll never forget about you. And, you know,
Yes,
let's keep it going, dude.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
keep it
Let's do
going.
again.
So we'll be back next week, guys.
Hopefully
Hope
a little bit earlier. Maybe people get more time to look at it, but I hope y'all enjoy it.
We'll be back next week for sure.
Maybe have another guest.
Yeah, we're always looking for guests, guys. So if you're watching this, if you check this out, hit me up. I'll leave the links in the description below for you guys to drop a message. Of course, you always know how to get a hold of my buddy here and me as well. We're mostly all friends on Facebook, so there's no excuse, guys. If you want to be on it, jump on it. We'd be glad to have you.
Yes, sir. And a lot of you ain't that far away.
Exactly. Disease. Exactly. Anyways, thanks for checking it out, guys. Seriously, much love to Mr. Minga for being here, and much love to all you guys for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, as always, folks, love, peace,
Chicken grease.
and chicken grease.